Hey everyone, Steve Remy here with Fat to Fast Cycling, and we've got episode number 4. So I've got some great things in this video, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video because we've got some little cycling clips, on-bike clips, and the main video is going to be me actually stopping off the side of the road or on a bike trail and actually doing the video. So just to get out there and get off from doing behind the desk updates for you guys, give you guys some action. So we got some rides from the infamous Wednesday ride as well. Very, very cool things. So let's jump right in. Before we do that, we're going to do some before and after. So we are halfway through the Fat to Fast Cycling YouTube series, which again, real quick, the goal was to take 4 months off, gain as much weight as you can. I went up to 230 pounds. The goal is to, after that, start training again, and in 6 months, lose all the weight, get down to 170 pounds, and win a race within that first 6 months. So right now we're halfway. I've lost about 25 pounds and starting to come off. I've hit a little bit of a lull, but that's just because I'm training hard and have to eat more. So this kind of, it's a tough one to balance, but we're getting there. So let's jump right into the before and after. Hoo-ah, right there. That's a whole lot of 230 pounds. This is the heaviest I've ever weighed in my life. It was a hell of a lot of fun getting there. And let me tell you, it's a hell of a lot hard getting back. And here we go now. 90 days later. 25 pounds down. Still got, there you go, just the helmet. Still got a lot of work to do. Turn to the right. There you go. Thank you, Mr. Remy. So you see we're starting to slim up a little bit here. Again, still have probably about another 30 pounds to go. It's going to be, it's tough, but it's fun. So we're getting there. So anyway, here we go. We're going to dive right into the main video. And again, right after the main video, we're going to launch about a 4-minute clip of part of the Wednesday ride. It's kind of where I gauge, how I'm going, the progress of how I'm going. So let's jump right in. Hey everyone. Steve Remy here with Fat to Fast Cycling, and boy, it's been a while since my last update. Kind of did that on purpose. Just kind of get through some stuff and work through some things. We're coming up on 3 months. 90 days is here tomorrow. So we got a big update today. I just want to kind of go over some basics. So the last month before the last update, I believe I lost like 14 pounds. That was like a month and just over 2 months, I guess, or maybe it was 20 pounds, I'm not sure. Anyway, so right now I stand at, I've lost 25 pounds. I could definitely say I could have done more, but thanks, dump truck. I could definitely say I could have done more. I could have lost more. I had some fun in Hawaii. Just kind of been chilling a little bit and not training too hard, kind of let my legs come back around. So great thing is the power's coming around again, and really starting to feel it in the races. Last weekend, I had a pretty good race. There was a break of like, I think 6 or 7 guys off, and my whole goal was just to kind of do the top 10, and I did a pretty decent sprint for training for, just about 3 months. Was up there, I believe, in the top 7 or 8 in the second group in the field. And I honestly didn't go, I went, it was kind of the hill, so there's a bump in the hill, and that thing always hurts when you're carrying this much weight still. So right now I'm sitting at about 206, 205, 206, kind of depends on if I peed or pooped. So, yeah, we've got some great things happening. And this week is going to be seriously hardcore long distance. I got some pretty good speed going there. So right now it's just going to be just continuing what I'm doing. So we've got 3 months left. I would say I'm pretty happy where I am for 3 months. 25 pounds down, the power's pretty close. I'd say 90% back. The sprint's pretty good. It's right up there, about 1550 top power. I should in about I would say about another month be up to my 1650. Where I need to be on my sprint is about 1150 to 1200 average for 15 to 20 seconds. That's kind of where I know I'm going good in my sprint. So getting close to that. But excited for what's to come. I feel good, feel healthy. Like I said, I probably could have dropped more, but you know, being in Hawaii, talked to a guy named Sean, one of DeMarquis' good hammer friends out there, and he recently went through kind of a fat to fast and lost a bunch of weight, and his power just keeps going up. And I gotta tell you, that guy is godly strong. And you know, we kind of discussed about losing weight and about how fast and what's kind of good and what's not, and what gets you grumpy and what doesn't. And about 10 pounds a month is about a good healthy way to do it. You could probably do 15, but you know, you might be a little bit grumpy, you know, a lot more hungry. Just a lot more goes into that. So that's you know, that's kind of good to know. It's kind of a good thing to keep in the back of the head that although I want to push myself and I want to get there faster, I probably want to win this race. The one race that I want to win in the 6 months of coming back from being 230 pounds and completely out of shape, I want to do it faster than a lot earlier than later. But still have to reel myself back in at times and just say, this is a process, just keep going, you're doing better. You know, every week I'm improving, every week I'm losing weight. I kind of stalled out the last couple of weeks on the weight, just because eating and some more drinking involved, but we're kind of back serious now again. So yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked what's coming along. Definitely want to say thank you to all the viewers out there, everyone that's leaving some comments. There's a lot of people are sending me personal comments. I really appreciate that. This is a journey. This is a fun journey. I hope that someone will be able to see this and say, God, I'm right at that point. I need to do something. So if you are at that point, definitely leave a comment down in the comments. I'll reach out to you, give you any help that I can. You know, what I'm doing isn't super science. I don't even have a coach. I know a lot of coaches, like I said, but I'm just kind of doing what I've done before in the past, which is pretty simple. A lot has to attribute to also to the intermittent fasting during riding. So like today is Monday morning. I'm doing about an hour and a half, just kind of easy, doing some filming, of course, just on no breakfast. Won't eat lunch. Got a little business meeting here at noon, and I'll eat my first meal at noon. Do that about 2 times a week. Got to be careful. So I've already learned the hard way, where I haven't eaten enough and been like completely like dead the next day. It sucks. So you have to be, you definitely have to eat to kind of keep going, but it's just a slow road on this weight loss. But we got some big races coming up in the next couple of weeks for me, races that are a little bit more flat. So I feel like until I get down to about 185, I'll feel comfortable on these little bump hills. But right now, it still taxes me. I didn't do too bad the last race at the CBR race, but you definitely feel it when those guys are going up, when they're going up 400 watts. I got to go 500 watts just to stay right on their wheel. That's just the science of it, and that's just the numbers. So it's just the way that it goes. And I gotta say, at some points, it is kind of disheartening, but I just kind of reel myself back in and just say, just easy, man. You know where you can go, you know where to get to, you know how to do this, and it's a process. Just stick with it, and you'll get there. So from here on out, I got some great news. I know it's been kind of quiet on the front. I decided I kind of did that on purpose. So for the first 3 months, I wanted to just kind of chill and just do some kind of inner focus and not do a lot of content work, and just kind of focus on what I needed to do. Good thing is now kind of reached that halfway plateau, and I feel pretty good where it's just going to be getting better and better and better from here, the fitness and the weight. So from here on out, you guys are going to be getting a lot more content from me. I'll be doing a lot more stuff on the Facebook, so definitely check out the Facebook. That's the Fat to Fast Cycling on Facebook, and of course here the YouTube. There's some things I've been gauging off, and one of the fun things I've been gauging off, and actually I did some filming last week and my GoPro fell off in the middle of a ride, so I had to go back and get it and get out of the group ride. So it didn't get that done. But one of the kind of the keys that I look at is Wednesday ride. It's a super hard ride. These guys go super fast, and it's just I'm getting faster and faster on it. The little inclines definitely burn a lot more again because I'm pushing so much more weight, but the more that I lose, the faster that I'm getting. And so we got some great things coming up the next couple of weeks. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot more content for you guys. We got some good sprint training coming up. Haven't really worked on my sprint yet. That's just kind of a thing I'd do on some rides, but now it's going to be like detailed sprint training. Man, I could tell you when that happens, it's almost throw up time, but it's fun. It's good stuff. These next 3 months, not a lot of racing, a couple races during the month, but they're really good races, and a lot of fast guys. I mean, it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting to see what happens. So I just want to thank you for sticking around and hanging out with me on this journey. Please, if you haven't subscribed, hit that red subscribe button and hit the notification bell up there. That way, every time you get videos, which is going to be more and more now for the next 3 months, for the remainder of this little challenge here. And we'll give the... Okay, that's it. Steve Remy signing off. See you. Hey guys, hope you liked that video. So right now we're going to jump into just a quick little short video I took the other day out on the infamous Wednesday SoCal ride that starts from Carlsbad and goes up to San Onofre and back down with 2 pretty hard sprints, and in between those sprints those guys are just like almost full gas the whole time. So anyway, check out this cool little sprint. This is a good way for me gauging where I'm at, and we're getting there. So my goal here was to get to the first and second sprint, basically make it through the whole ride, and I just missed the last sprint. There's a one little uphill and I got blown out the back. I just couldn't do it. So I had to close a gap like on the first little climb coming back where they kind of gassed it, and there's a pretty big gap, and then I closed it for the second group, brought everyone back up, and that pretty much did me in for that little tiny bump. I just couldn't recover. So anyway, we're getting there. Good thing is this sprint was pretty cool, pretty fun. Got tucked in behind Thurlow Rogers. Can never go wrong getting a lead up by Thurlow. So enjoy this one. Hey everyone, Steve Remy here with Fat to Fast Cycling, and got a quick little treat for you today. This is the first sprint on the infamous Wednesday ride in Southern California that leaves from Carlsbad, goes up to San Onofre along the coast and back down. And just give a little reference real quick. This is about just over 90 days into the Fat to Fast Cycling YouTube series, in which I started with 4 months of no training, and I gained as much weight as I can in the 4 months, and then started training again. And the goal is to win a race in 6 months after training. So right now we're 3 months into training. I've lost about almost coming up on 30 pounds, and I use this Wednesday ride. It's kind of like a gauge. Let me tell you, in the beginning, I was getting dropped 2, 3, 4 times because they would go in front of me. I'd try and catch them on the way back. I'd get dropped on the little hills just because I weigh so much. But we're getting there. My goal here was to actually finish the 2 sprints, which is one goes out and one comes back. And just got popped on the last little bump, coming back with about 1.5 miles to go. I was so pissed because I was so close, but did good on this first sprint. Just wanted to share it with you guys. It's a good little inclination of kind of how fast we've gotten just from not even being able to stick in the ride or hang on with these guys to actually getting in at least one sprint here with them. So let's dive right into it. So right here, we're coming up with probably about a 1/2 mile to go. There's a little bridge. So this is kind of an incline. This is actually taxing right here because they're going pretty fast. And for someone that weighs 30 to 40 more pounds than these guys in front of me. So you can see Thurlow. I slotted right here in the back of Thurlow. I mean, if you're going to get a lead out, what is there a better wheel? So I got guys behind me. These guys are going pretty fast. The courier guys are kind of leading it out up there, and they're kind of drilling it. So now we're starting to go in the downhill. You can see it's a long downhill stretch, and then it kind of goes flat, and then just a little bit uphill. So you see way back in the distance up there that trees. That's kind of where the sprint finish is. So right now they're kind of gearing up. You can see them starting to, people are kind of peeling off now. It's starting to get pretty fast. I would say we're hitting close to about 40 right here, 35, 40. And still got Thurlow. I decided to just stick with, he usually tries for this. So I usually just, I decided just to stick with Thurlow. I mean, you can't get better than that. So right here, guy tries to almost come over on Thurlow, and I say, hey. So he kind of let me go. Then the sprint starts. Kind of waited, and then I popped it out there. Wasn't terribly long sprint. I believe about 10 seconds or so, but finishes right. So that's kind of where I said finishes right there at that light. So anyway, I was pretty gassed after that, but not too bad. So it turns around and goes up that hill right there. You see right there, goes up and then turns around and starts heading back down south. And the cool thing was that typically after that sprint, I'm usually pretty gassed, but I've felt pretty good coming all the way back. And it wasn't until like the first little climb coming back, they kind of nailed it. And then there's a huge gap, and I actually closed the gap with the back group, and that kind of toasted me for the second little bump near the finish. And I just couldn't do it. I'll have actually all that footage coming up in my episode 4. So look out for a YouTube series, Fat to Fast Cycling episode 4, which will be coming up here in a day or so. That'll have all that in there with the update. So appreciate you guys sticking around and watching this fun little sprint. We're getting there. We're getting close. One little step at a time. Next week will be my goal to do the 2 sprints and finish the ride with those guys. I was pretty bummed, like I say, but anyway, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate you guys. Peace. Hey guys, hope that was fun to watch. Again, thank you for sticking around for the whole video. Definitely appreciate it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe YouTube and Facebook pages, and stick around. We got a lot more content coming up. Live Facebook stream this next Saturday. I believe it's the 20, what was it? Let me check here again. That will be the 22nd Sunday. So guys, stick around for that. I think it's about 10:30. I'll be going live 10:30 a.m. and I'll be live streaming that race. So hopefully that one goes well too. Again, thanks everyone, and I appreciate you sticking around for the journey. Have a good one.